Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 of our mega bins haul today. It's clayrammage. Thank you for coming back and watching part 2. And yeah, again, a lot of great stuff, fun items, books, collectibles, vintage Christmas, and so yeah, so let's just get right into it. Found these two wooden candlestick holders. Aren't they adorable? They still have wax stuck in them, but we can get that out. But yeah, I just like those little guys. Found a vintage package of icicles, which it's made in the USA. That's part of the reason I can tell it's kind of vintage. It does have a barcode, so it's probably 1980s-ish, I would say. But still, that's fun. Finding a lot of Christmas stuff. It's the after Christmas haul. All right, I'm gonna get this one out of the way. Found a Cabbage Patch doll, and I'm not. Yeah. Anyway, I had to get her because her clothes are so vintage, 80s. They just crack me up. So she's got this little jacket with the records on it. And it's free admission club cabbage. It's just so fun. She's got little pockets. She's a little dirty, but other than that, she's in great shape. Her rubber bands that were in her hair have given out over the years, and she has a few fuzzes. But other than that, she's pretty good shape. No shoes, but I don't know. Hopefully we can get 25 bucks out of her. That'd be fun. And then found a few pieces of jewelry. Found this fabulous necklace. What does it say? Doesn't have any. It's kind of interesting. It has a huge lobster claw clasp to it. Looks like it was homemade actually, or handmade. I shouldn't say homemade, but somebody made it. It's really kind of cool. It's got some great beads on it. Then there's this one with this glass pendant with a cloth chain. Found a couple finials, little acorn finials. Those are kind of cool. And what I do with finials is I gather them up until I get, 10 to 15, put them out as a lot onto eBay for, $20, $25 and sell them that way and do pretty well doing that. Here's this little bag of vintage Christmas ornaments. Like here's Tweety, Squirrel. So part of why I picked them up was because they have some little vintage Mickey and Minnie ornaments. A little Mickey one. And they're not marked. They're a little tiny to be marked. Oh, pair of shoes, and this means Merry Christmas. There's another mini makeup mini. Oh, too fun. There's a little troll, Santa troll. He's a pencil to be put on the end of your pencil. I've sold several of those at the Pink Elephant. Here's another mini. They're mini ornaments. And then there's this little snow globe that's kind of lost its snowiness. And then 3 bells. But that's fun. All right, there were a number of books. There's a number of Thomas More's poetry books. There's this one, which is just called More's Poems. And this one was from 1895 publication. There is this one, also called More's Poems. And this one, somebody wrote 1895 in the front in pencil. This is Thomas Cowell, published 1884 for that one. Beautiful book. This is the Imperial edition. And then there was this one. Look at that cover. Isn't that fabulous? I don't know, I just love this style of graphics, which is very much the art, it was pre-Art Nouveau, is more of the aesthetic movement in the 1870s to 80s. Moore's poetical works. And this one, if I remember right, is dated 1880. 1880 by Collier. It's got some beautiful illustrations in it. This has the gold leafed binding. Oh wow. It's missing its tissue paper, it came off, but look at that illustration, that's beautiful. These are probably steel engravings. In other words, they engrave the image on steel. Some of these are, like that one, and then they publish it. Oh, it's a newspaper article. Railroad changes. Pittsburgh, March. Oh, there's no date other than March. Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go through these books because there's a lot of stuff in here. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting all distracted. But yeah, just what a great, I love that book. It's so beautiful. Look great sitting on the shelf. Speaking of looking great on the shelf, this one, not looking quite so great. It's got a little bit of image. Obviously it got wet and the coloring came out, but look at the cover. Cover is still looking great. And the pages inside are in great shape, which is kind of surprising given the cover. So it was just a you know, like it was probably sitting on a table where somebody spilled some water and it seeped into the edge, but didn't get up deeper into the book. But this one is the Home Book of Poetry and Song Illustrated. So again, this is an 1880s book. I haven't really looked through this one yet. I'm excited to though. It's 1883. You can see that same aesthetic movement style in that particular book. The Vicar of Wakefield, fun little book. This is published in England. This is the only reference, June 1901, I think is what that's supposed to be, not 1907. And it's an English publication. And there's quite a few of these. Apparently this is a pretty popular book. Sells for $10 to $15, so that's cool. The Corner House Girls on a Tour. Never heard of the Corner House Girls before, but yeah, they went on tour in 1917. Oh yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a number of, so there's a whole series of these back in the day. So fun. Another fun book. Okay, this one is another fabulous looking book. Awesome on a bookshelf. Dickens Works, People's Edition. I believe this to be a multi-volume work. This one, illustrate Charles Dickens' Complete Works, Child's History of England, 1881. Oh, Queen Anne, picture of Queen Anne, but it doesn't say volume whatever, but there was another one similar listed and it said volume 14 of 15, but this one doesn't say that, so I'm not so sure. Anyway, but it's just a beautiful book in and of itself. This one is in black and white by Kipling. Again, and part of what I look for, somebody has $15 in pencil. So this was sold originally, not originally, what am I saying? This is sold in at one time, probably at an antique bookstore for $15. So I kind of look for those pencil marks to see, you know, are they 5, 6, 15, 20, $25, just to give some idea that it might be worth something. So here's one, English Poems by Milton. This one again has a $10 penciled price in it. This one is from 1892. So, and then this one, I can't even pronounce it, the Book League of America, 1929. Looks like it's a French Pierre Marquette. Just a fun little book. All right, let's turn over into some other items real quick from the books. I recently sold a Florence Ceramics piece for over $200. So I keep my eyes open for them. Here's another one. She's marked Florence Ceramics on the bottom. It's a California pottery. She's a beautiful little lady with her basket. Somebody put some nice dried flowers in there. We'll put it back in there. Get it. Nice. There you go. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure. She's not going to be high dollar. The one that's a really high dollar was, she's very ornate, very well done. Had lots of delicate parts that could be broken, shall we say. That fortunately in the one I had was not broken. So, but this one also doesn't have chips or cracks. So she's a beautiful piece to have. And we found this, Cindy found this little box full of Easter items. So we grabbed them. 1983 Lefton, little Lefton bunnies. Aren't they cute? Cute little bunnies. Oh, this one's just another inexpensive bunny. But look at this. Oh, made in German Democratic Republic. Look at this wonderful race car bunny. He is awesome. What can I say? I love cars and I love vintage. So somebody did put their name on the bottom, but 1989, so it dates it. In one sense it dates it. Then there's these cute little chicks. Little baby chicks, 91. Yep, they're dated too. Oh, too fun. Oh, here's another one. So there's 3 chicks. Made in Korea, 1991. Whoa! And then there's this little bunny dish. It's cute. So those will go out for the Easter time. I just love that bunny card though. That's my favorite. I have to confess. Bunny card. All right, I'll put this one. Okay. All right. And then some more pieces of jewelry. Still glass pendant, and then there's one of these magnetic necklaces. So, yep, lots of that stuff. And then, oh yes, I forgot about these. I haven't even looked these up. Cindy found this little baggie full of tiny silverware, silver items. This one is silver plate, electroplate. It's made in Sweden. It's beautiful little carvings on it. Oh, look at this. This is a cool little skewering hors d'oeuvre skewer. Trying to see if he's got marks on him. Doesn't look like it, but he's got a little donkey rider on there. A little butter knife. Not marked. But nice little design on that one. Here's a fork to match the spoon. And then there's, oh, this needs a little help. Made in Sweden. It's got marks on it. I'm not familiar with Swedish marks. It's also got the Swedish crown, or the crowns on the top with an enameled top. So yeah, need to investigate that one. That's a fun little item. Oh, got some more books. Tom Brown's School Days. Again, I love these kind of ornate covers. Thrilling Adventures, and A Marriage at Sea, the Stratford edition. Then there's also this vintage nativity set, still in the original box, hand decorated, it said, and there some of them are still, you know, strapped down with the plastics or the elastic straps. So some of them are loose, but I don't think this was ever taken out of the box because of the way they're still strapped in. If they were very carefully put back. Now they're kind of a hodgepodge of stuff, but I thought that was pretty exciting. That was a $13 set to begin with back in the day. So I picked this up, this ironing board, because I can use one here at the shop for when I'm ironing stuff. I have a couple irons, but I didn't have a good place to iron some of the stuff that I have, and so this will help me do that. Look at this cast iron doorstop, beautiful basket with the flowers, beautiful condition. I don't know if it's been repainted or if it's a more modern version. It's not marked. Casting's pretty good. There's a little bit of wear to the bottom. Not as much as I would expect if it's an older piece, but still, it's a great piece. Found some vintage Halloween signs, Happy Halloween and a pumpkin, and they're just made in the USA. That's all they say, no dates. Oh, look at this one. Again, it's this homemade art. So someone would take fabric, you know, and make her dress, use the lace, trim her all out. In this case, they just used cardboard for her arms and her feet and drew those things. These are just, they're darling little pictures, homemade crafts. Cindy found this. It's a Keep Swinging Golfaholics Anonymous license plate cover from 1986. Still new, shrink wrapped. That's pretty amazing. So that can either be used as a gift or something. Then there was this bin that had a bunch of vintage twin stuff. These are the Homer hankies, and these are from 2002. At least that's the latest copyright. Then there was also this package with more from 1987 when they won the World Series. So this must have been somebody's original collection from them, because there's a couple books, Twins Enchanted Season and the World Series book. So somebody's little collection that I picked up. Again, I don't really know if twin stuff is worth that much, but we'll see. Found this. It's a vintage FTD fan made in Hong Kong. Isn't that cool? So I'm assuming it's missing one of the hearts on the back right there. This front and back. So I'm assuming it must have come with some floral arrangement of some sort originally, since it's from FTD. Don't know. Found this vintage Ford hanky, or it's probably a scarf. It's Warriors in Pink, powered by Ford, and I don't know why I said it's vintage, but I think because most of the stuff I deal with is vintage. But it's a Ford scarf put out, I believe, for their breast cancer awareness program. A number of car dealers did promotional stuff like this for different causes. Hello Kitty! That's right, in this plastic bag, and it is one of the honeycomb pieces. So you open it up and it makes this big round cup. 1983 copyright, 1976 and 1983, but you know, at least it's 83 or later. And then somebody kept the original hang thingy in there too. So somehow got repackaged. Found 3 vintage scarves. This is a symphony scarf, which is a vintage company. This is a plain one, but again, I've done well with scarves, so I keep picking up more scarves. And then there's this one. This one is a what's the name of it? Whamcraft, WAMCRAFT, Whamcraft scarf. And I've done well with this brand, and this kind of has that southwestern feel to it. 100% cotton, made in the USA. So again, it's not a very old scarf, but I just love the design on there. And then I found a vintage Vera Newman scarf in this beautiful orange, kind of an ombre style coloring. So that was cool. And then I got some more books and these posters. I haven't even looked at these posters yet. This is gonna be a little longer video, but sometimes that's how it goes, right? And you guys say you don't mind longer videos. All right, let's see what we got in these posters first. All right, there. Of course, I'll never be able to get them back into the tube. Oh, this is the yeah, so it's beautiful picture. Hans Heiderdahl, 1881. That one. A whole set of them in here. That one. These are all from the same gallery. I wonder if somebody did a trip over there. Oh, the Scream by Munch. And then, just the 3? Yep, just the 3. Okay. There's those. Hope you could see those. I didn't even look. Oh yeah. And then there's Women in the Arts. Little Cabot Perry. Lady with a Bowl of Violets. Trying to find the bowl. There's that one. And this was the one that fell out that we saw. That I said yes, grab it. Portrait of Margaret Randall by Kooning. So yeah, so some fun posters. All right, back to the books. Got some more, just a few more to get through. There's this set, Nelson Doubleday. Major titles: Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Moby Dick, Wuthering Heights, and The Scarlet Leather. So I'll put these probably together and sell them, you know, as a lot of 4. I love the graphics on this one. Oh, it's called Tree Wagon. What's interesting, it still has the original brochure that would have come with the initial copies to give you an overview of what the book was like. This is a 1950s book. That's kind of cool. Then we found a Holy Bible. This one is in perfect condition. It's not been written in. It's a red letter edition, King James version, beautifully done, self-pronouncing. So yeah, it's a little dusty, but other than being dusty, we didn't find anything else that it needed condition-wise. And here's a bookmark, I Am the Way. That's cool. And it's large print, I can read it. Oh, I like it. Maybe I'll keep that one. Betty Crocker, Dinner in a Dish cookbook. This is like a $10 book. Nice. Oh, and Bibles sell well, especially in great condition like that one. This is the Peter Patter book. I love this book. The theme of the day is extras in books. Here's another. Valley West Shopping Center, 10600 France Avenue South, next to the theater. 1973. So Old Piper Inn. Huh. too fun. So yeah, it's just like a little sales brochure. Anyway, this is from what year was this Peter Petter book? 1918. I was thinking it was around 1920. So yep, 1918. Again, they just always have these fabulous illustrations in that era. That I just love that time period for their illustrations. So that's a fun book. Not in the best of condition. Jade of the East. This I got as a reference book for me, talking about jade and different types of jade that they have. Another one for me, Joy of Jazz piano book, so I can play some more jazz. I love jazz. Then Cindy found these. They're Peterson's Ladies National Magazine. This one's from 1867. These are from 1873. So there's 4 of these that she found in these little plastic sleeves. I haven't looked at the insides yet, but the thing with eBay, there's some listed, none sold, but they're trying to get $10 to $15 each out of these, which I don't think, it's kind of sad, but these kind of publications don't typically demand high dollar unless there's something like Edgar Allan Poe had one of his works published in it, like the first time for the publication of the work, that kind of thing, or any other significant event that may happen. Again, this one I picked up for myself for a reference book, Oriental Antiques, just to gain more understanding of that. And then finally, yes, a plain cover book, but this is a book on the Apollo 11 space mission. I'm trying to find the cover page here. It's not easy. Well, I guess there isn't a good cover page, but so it talks about the mission. Then the other thing is in the very back, actually has a record album, LP, in the back cover of it. And again, this is a $10 book. It's not a incredible deal, but all right. So that wraps up part 2 of our haul. Now you know why it took 2 videos to get through all of this stuff. A lot of great stuff. Sorry if I rushed through some things, but it's a lot of stuff to get through. Now we have to deal with the dispensation of all of this stuff. We got to get it listed, got to get it marked, take it down to the Pink Elephant if that's where it's going, and all of that good stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.